The Supreme Court just gave Democrats a major opening in California, and Republicans say the game is now officially rigged. Oh, brother. On Wednesday, the U.S. Supreme Court allowed California to use a new voter-approved congressional map that favors Democrats in upcoming elections. That's according to the Associated Press. The decision blocks a last-minute challenge from state Republicans, joined by, of course, the Trump administration. The court denied the appeal without explanation, which is common on its emergency docket, and no justices dissented. This ruling keeps in place districts that could flip up to 5 House seats currently held by Republicans, potentially reshaping the balance of power in Congress. The decision also highlights a growing double standard over redistricting. Earlier, as y'all know, and we reported it right here, the Supreme Court allowed Texas to use a Republican-friendly congressional map for 2026, even though a lower court found that it likely discriminated based on race. Conservative Judge Samuel Alito wrote in December that both Texas and California appear to be drawing maps for political advantage, which the court has ruled is not grounds for a federal lawsuit. Court is like, we see what y'all doing, but it's not illegal. Republicans argued California's map improperly relied on race. The lower court rejected that claim in a 2-1 decision, clearing the way for the map to move forward. This fight is part of a nationwide redistricting arms race. Last year, at Donald Trump's urging, of course, Texas Republicans redrew their maps to gain as many as 5 seats. So Texas was like, look, if y'all going to rewrite districts to take away voters and increase Republican power, California said, well, we could do that too. So California Governor Gavin Newsom responded by pushing for a counter move. But unlike in Texas, California said, we want to do something, I don't know, what's the word? Democratic, fair, just. So we're going to require voter approval for our process, which they did. They got it. Well, anyway, Newsom is also widely seen as a potential 2028 presidential contender, filing for, and that's not an unimportant point, by the way. Again, this is an arms race, not just for Republicans, not just for the Congress, but also this is Gavin Newsom showing, look, I will stand up to the Republicans. I'll stand up to Donald Trump. And even though Donald Trump shouldn't be on the ballot in 2028 because of those pesky constitutional restrictions, just in case he is, please know I'm here with y'all too. Anyway, filing for California congressional primaries begins Monday, meaning candidates will soon be running under these new district lines. This ruling lands as Trump calls for nationalizing elections in multiple cities. You'll be shocked to know which cities. He says places like Philadelphia, places like Detroit, places like Atlanta. Those sound like some black. Those are like 3 of the blackest cities in America. I'm surprised they say, you know what, let's do it just in Harlem too. You know what I mean? Just pick some black ass Democratic cities run by Democratic mayors. But we know exactly what this is happening, why this is happening, and this is happening as Steve Bannon claims. ICE agents will be present near polling locations during the midterms. It sounds like intimidation. Sounds like restricting. ICE is starting to sound, not starting to sound, ICE is continuing to sound exactly how we think they are. Anyway, both claims have raised alarms among voting rights groups. I mean, at some point, we got to say, what the hell are we doing? You know what I mean? At some point, we got to say, what the hell are we doing? Anyway, we're going to keep it pushing here. I want to remind you all and thank you all for the work that y'all do here on Night School. I say that y'all do because, yeah, I'm up and I'm at it, but I do this with your support. Even right now, hundreds of people are watching live. At night, it's thousands of people, and I know thousands will watch this on the replay, and I just want to thank you all for the support. I also want to remind you all that I have a new show, a nice new show. It's called In This Thing Together. It's on Patreon. My wife and I, Dr. Melissa Valle, have launched a show. And I think you all will like it. I think you all will appreciate what we're trying to do here. I'm going to show you all a quick clip just because I think y'all might like what we on, you know. This is from, excuse me, this is from episode 7, which I think was a fun episode. I thought it was a fun episode. And so I'm going to show you just a little clip from it. I'm pulling it up as we speak. But the show's called In This Thing Together. We talk about life, family, love, relationships, community. This is not a relationship show. This is a show about all of us. While it's sort of organized around the life of me and my wife, obviously, because it's our life, uh, it's also it's also it's also about all of us.